Welcome everyone to HavenDock. This is a simple game about surviving in an ocean that you've been stranded in. I will be playing and doing a little bit of talking about future plans I have for the channel. My friend Nathan and I are currently recording and animating a sort of podcast. We just talk about random stuff and joke around. It's a really fun time. I will post spoilers and other hints as to when the first episode will be out, but for now, not even we know that information. I'm gonna start working on I'm sorry, I can't read. I'm gonna start working on that more, as well as trying to increase the editing quality of my videos. Sadly, with more effort takes more time to complete and to upload. So it may be a little longer between videos from here on out, but I will for sure have some sort of video posted every other day, starting this Sunday. If you have any suggestions for games to play or topics to talk about, leave them in the comments below. The sort of commentary-esque style of this video is something I'd like to do more, but coming up with scripts is hard to do in my opinion. Loading into a brand new world right now, and see what this world holds for us. Pretty simple movement. Walk around with WASD and arrow keys, and click to collect the little bits of driftwood and other materials that you can find in the ocean. Pretty relaxing game. Has a nice soundtrack, as you can hear in the background. You build little decks and stuff to try to expand your place. You can eventually get different sort of civilians, I think they call them. Either civilians or residents, forgot which one. Pretty simple game, it was fun. I'm mostly just following the objectives right now. I'm always running out of wood, I swear. Doing this kind of soft-spoken kind of commentary in this video is make me think about maybe doing ASMR. I don't know if you guys would like that or not. Me personally, I am not the biggest fan of it, but I know some people out there really like it, and it seems kind of fun to do, just mess around with sounds and stuff. Too far, too far. I always get that message. The range is weird in this game. I don't fully understand it. As of right now, I'm not sure if you can fish up that giant goldfish. I don't believe you can, but I haven't gotten very far in this game. We shall see later in this series, maybe. That'll maybe be a goal, if it's even possible. I'm just trying to get enough wood for the distillers. There we go. Those giant containers there are very useful because they hold materials such as glass, sand, meal sometimes, seeds, which you'll get to see later, a ton of wood, stone, iron I think, or steel, I forget which one they call it in this game. And there's a bunch of materials that you're going to need later on that I don't have a way to get now. As you saw there's 20 wood required to make the pier over there. If I remember correctly, that pier is needed for merchants to come in so you can trade items with them so you can get some new stuff on your raft or float, whatever they call it. workshop thingy, and you can research different things that give you more opportunities to build and to explore certain things. For instance, you can see the penguin over there. You'll probably see me do it later, I'm sure. You can trade it fish and it'll shit, and you can turn that fecal matter into fertilizer for your crop spaces, which is what I'm researching here right now. So expanding more of this, getting some sort of outline so I can get more of the materials. Don't exactly know why I built that space in the center. These fish will come in handy later as I'm trying to make the penguin go poo-poo. Penguin poo-poo. That's funny. Anyway. I do not remember there being this many fish. Wow. Still can't get that one. Oh, look, got it. Never mind. I have no clue why you can farm meat through a agricultural thingy, but who knows, apparently in this dystopian wasteland you can plant a seed and some cow will start growing, who knows. Anyway, I'm sure that'll be useful in the future. Right now though, I'm getting more wood because I always have a shortage of wood, but as you can see by the little pop-ups and stuff, I am out of seeds. Another thing I'm always out of. Putting in some fish and golden fish to eventually catch chickens, which give off raw meat and feathers, and some other items that are useful. If you look in the top right, you can see a little area of chickens and I think a cabbage patch, if I say correctly. Those yellow squares that you see leading up to it, those require steel or iron, whatever. I have 19 of them in my inventory if you look in the top right again. Each bridge, I think, requires 5, so it just takes a little bit to get over there, and I don't exactly have a way to get steel reliably at the moment, so I'm mostly waiting for supply drop crates to float down by so I can get enough iron or steel to bridge over there. Anyway, random thought. Why are there so many different scents of candles and how do they work? Seems like Bean Boozled, because you know, for them to make the flavor, someone would have to taste it and then replicate it with different chemicals. But for the bad Bean Boozled, like barf, or I think there's a dead fish one somewhere, someone would have to get paid to taste the actual version of those things, recreate it, and then taste it again to make sure it actually matches. Or would they go off of like smell or something? That'd be something to research about. That'd be an interesting topic. I keep having to mute my mic because I have to cut off, and I don't want it to be a super loud video. Oh yeah, speaking of loud videos and quieter videos like this one, there's gonna be 2 playlists on my channel, one for louder videos, which is mostly me playing with my friends, mostly Noah, and then softer spoken ones that'll be me doing voiceover commentaries, mostly for this game, or if I do eventually become ASMR. What I just got from the trap there was feathers, bones, eggs, and raw meat, which I just ate for some reason. I have no clue what those do in the future, but I know you can cook the raw meat one for cooked meat, so it gives more food, and I think it also drains more thirst though. And then you can also trade for it. Just collecting the seeds from the birdhouse. That's the main way you can get seeds for your crops. You can see my mouse going around everywhere. It's because you can't exactly see underneath the planks of the deck. So just to make sure I get anything that flies by. Please let me know down below if you enjoyed this sort of softer spoken commentary-esque video. I would spend more time writing a sort of script or prompt for this, but I didn't really have time for anything more than just a couple of lines. I'm trying to get something out today. Got more seawater to put in the distiller. I'm researching the grill and campfire right now, just so I'll be able to cook meat so it gives off more hunger and thirst, which you can see in the top left underneath my little character's icon. Oh, I have a funny story to tell everyone. So, I'm kind of outing myself here. I'm trans, so I'm working towards being able to switch my gender later on. If you didn't know what that meant. So my hair is decently longer. My voice is usually deeper than this. I'm just speaking softer, and it usually brings it up higher. So I was out at Costco one day, just getting groceries with my sister and my dad. And I go up to the lady that, like, this little check mark on the receipt after you're done, just make sure you don't go back through again or something like that. Don't exactly know why they do it. And I was just sitting with my sister there, checks us off, looks me dead in the eyes and says, "Have a good day, man." And this was before I decided to tell anyone about feeling like this and wanting to actually grow out my hair for that reason. So of course my sister was dying laughing, and I'm just standing there like feeling honored in a sort of way. Complete break. I was talking about the fertilizer earlier with the penguin. That's what I'm doing here. And he didn't poop anything out, sadly. But I was trying so hard not to smile or anything at being called lady or girl or woman, because I'm wanting to become that in the future, and people recognizing that just makes me happy. Fun little story fact for me. And I'm out of fish. Also, can we talk about how IKEA is still in business? Their furniture is very cheap, and for what it is, like the material cost, it shouldn't be that cheap. They probably do save money by shipping and stuff, because you have to get it done yourself, put it on, build it yourself, which I'm pretty sure if you have that build it for you, it costs money too. But you know what I mean. I don't remember exactly when I build the pier with the 20 wood that I keep passing by, but I do eventually need to do that. I do it eventually in this recording, I know that much. Restocking the traps just so I can get more meat and or eggs. Still have no clue what the eggs do, same with the feathers and the bones, but I'm sure they'll be important later. Just filling in the rest of the immediately available deck space I have. I'm pretty sure you'll see my mouse spinning around like crazy, just so I can make sure I don't miss anything. There are mats that you can put in underneath your deck eventually. I think I will unlock those soon. They trap stuff from that's just flying by, so that you don't have to make your mouse have a stand activated around the screen. So, just a nice quality of life thingy. I believe I went idle right here to do or check something. Never mind. I don't remember what I was doing. There's one thing about me and my videos that I don't necessarily like, and it's something I'm working towards getting used to. Muting my microphone before I cough or sneeze, because I have to clear my throat and or cough very often because of asthma and other nasal allergenics. Allergenics, that's a fun word. I'll probably create a community post soon about topics or just ideas that you think would be fun to listen to or talk to or about, you know what I mean. With that, I'm almost done building the main deck area. Then in the next episode that I'm going to record, I'll start using the 31 steel that I have at this exact moment to expand it a little more and help. What's the word? I want to say revolutionize, but I don't know if that's correct. Speaking of revolutions and stuff like that, would you guys be interested in watching a Satisfactory gameplay Let's Go thingy? I'm not the smartest by any means, and I don't really know most of how that works, so we'll find out. Right here, this is the lighthouse. I was thinking this was the pier, but I'm wrong. Every so often, a merchant comes in that you can trade stuff with. Everything has a different value.
Hey, nice settlement, but I'm not one to move in. I'm a scavenger of the sea. Are you wondering how to get more steel? Well, I have steel, but you're going to have to give me some valuables in return.
Sorry, I thought I turned off. As you can see, everything has a different value, and the more things you put in, the higher your value is, meaning the higher items that you can trade for. The hammer, which is highlighted in pink right now, requires 1% friendship. I have no clue how you get friendship, but we shall find out together. I also have no clue what the hammer does. The golden fish is like highest item is 30, with the teriyaki being right below with 10. That's probably going to be the main item I'm trading because it's easy to make and I don't have to do too much to make it. Once I do eventually get residence on my raft, I'll be able to automize creation more. Automize? Same thing. be able to make it go without me there. The helicopter mouse moment. I'm thinking also about doing a Q&A if I can get enough subscribers to warrant doing that. Right here, whoa, I'm so sorry. The decor is something that helps raise attention rates to your raft. This helps more people come. We're experimenting more with the merchant and buying more steel. You can see the stock of your items and the merchant's items on the left. Right now, 37 steel. I think didn't know when I first played through. Trading hunters back together. And medicine. The fun thing about the rainstorm, which is the weather event that's happening right now, there is a chance for you to get struck by lightning, and as real life would be too, you would not exactly be excited if you got struck down by Zeus himself. Your character, like the little guy you play as, you don't have a happiness meter, but your residents that I will eventually get later end up having happiness. It goes down on its own because, you know, they're working, they're in the middle of the ocean, that happens. That's why you see the little yellow icon that has a smiley face in it that says happiness. Those are little items or places that you can build on your... I'm just gonna call it a ship from now on, even though it's stationary. On your little ship that helps raise that meter back up if it gets too low. I do not know what happens if it gets all the way down. I believe it can just die. Fun stuff, I know. Researching the water tank because that's how the residents end up drinking water so they don't die of thirst. There's something later on that I'm gonna get called I wanna say it's a dining table or something like that. It's also a cookhouse. That's where the residents, 1, can cook and eat food, and 2, it's where you can sit down and eat. More on the residents, you're able to assign them to different jobs so that you have to do less work yourself. Whenever residents come in, they usually have 1 or more requirements that they need to have fulfilled before they feel ready to go onto the island. Right there, I just unlocked the pier, so I now have the ability to build it right now. I was trying to do what's known as pipelining, where you spend, I think, 10 steel to connect everything together. So as soon as one thing finishes an outtake, it can transmit and go to the next thing, which can then go to the next thing. I usually only do that with the water source, just because you get seawater, it immediately goes from the collection bucket to the distilling machine, then straight to the water tank for people to drink. As you can see, I'm putting down dining tables right now, so for when I do eventually get residents, they have a place to eat. Same with the snack and cookhouse.
I didn't expect to see another survivor.
As soon as you build the pier,
Here I thought I'd be stuck talking to my volleyball for the rest of my life.
I'm pretty sure.
I see you've been putting the wreckage of DC-370 to good use.
If you saw in the background there the little island, I believe you can eventually get to that, and that has a bunch of materials and stuff that you would need later. But I am not fully sure at this point in time. I haven't gone very far in the game before this. the reason why it doesn't walk away without selecting an item, if you say yes and you don't, then he'll go away, but if you say no, then he'll go away. If you click on it and just walk away, it closes it out without actually closing it out. So the game thinks you never clicked on it at all. Very useful. The blacksmith is back. That's the lady we were trading with before, with a lot more items, but they're higher priced for some reason. I always buy as much steel as I can without sacrificing too many items, as you can see there. I do believe there's certain items that you can trade with the different merchants that will increase their friendship. That's how you get that up. I'm just not fully sure. Both learning this together. I tried researching houses, but I found out I do not have the materials to do so. In the next video, we'll unlock houses, get some more residents on here, apparently change the UI color, and I will see you guys next time.